Hi everyone, it's Giselle with a message for today, and I want to talk about this channeled message that I received to share with everybody because it feels so true for me and for many of us who I've been in personal contact with through readings or healings or meditation sessions and channeled love messages and coaching. And so it's so beautiful to have this connection with you so that I can get even more confirmation from everyone around who's on this journey that this message is so apt and so applicable for this time. And that is that our time apart, well, 3D time apart, because spiritually you're not ever apart, and I know this. And so do you, most likely, if you feel drawn to this message. So, our physical time apart has taught me not to take you for granted. And I can feel that this is true because if I compare me now to how I used to be, I can absolutely see that. The way that I was before I met my beloved was very codependent, searching for love through the relationship, not through myself, getting easily triggered by the people I was in relationships with, either becoming angry or jealous quite easily. But this time apart, this time working on myself, healing my old wounds and reflecting on who I am and what I want in this life has really taught me not to take this connection for granted. Now I don't get easily triggered. I'll always breathe and take a step back. That's how I was when I first went into separation. He said something to me that if I hadn't been consciously aware of myself, I would have freaked out and started crying or gotten really, upset and could have lashed out and just gone really hurtful towards him with my words, but I decided not to, and I decided to step into my heart, be calm, speak with love. And of course, that reaction completely threw him. But I feel that I was guided to do that so that he would also be able to realize during our time apart from each other that I am not like any other connection he's ever had, that I do not freak out like any other person he may have been with. Whereas others would have ridiculed or gone the other way and gotten really spiteful towards him and started to, degrade him or call him names and anything to make themselves feel better, I just said, no, I understand. And of course, the reaction, I understand, was not a reaction that he was looking for, because about an hour before he actually contacted me to tell me that we weren't going to be working out or he needed some time away because he was afraid. Basically, we weren't forced apart through our own choosing. It was already an event that was planned and preset, and I felt it was done in a way because the universe needed us to reflect on ourselves individually, to learn and grow, and then come together harmoniously, and it worked out perfectly that way. But of course, at the time I couldn't see, and I thought, my God, why do we have to be apart, and why can't we be together now? Makes no sense. But now it makes sense to me. And me reacting in a very calm and loving way has given him time to reflect and understand our connection. Understand that I'm never going to be the same as everybody else. And also with him, he's not the same as everybody else, because he could have easily just gone, oh, I can't be with her, I'm going to take the cowardly way out and ghost her, or, never speak to her again. Well, that's about the same thing, isn't it? That's what my false twin did, but my true love would never. And he didn't do that to me, for which I'm so grateful. Yes, it was painful, and yes, it was nerve-wracking and really awful, but he did it with grace. He contacted me, and he was a man about it. He did say what he needed to say, no matter how uncomfortable it was for him. And for that, I'm grateful. And I'm also grateful because of that, because of separation, I actually got to discover that he was my twin flame. Because before then, I thought this is a special connection, but I didn't really think very much of it in terms of, what type of soul connection it was. But through the event of separating, I got to see and meet his spiritual self, his energetic essence of who he is. And that part of him spent so much time with me, consoling me, letting me know that everything's going to be okay, meeting me in dreams, being with me, and I could feel him energetically just being with me, in my room, in my bed. As I was feeling lonely, he would be there, and he would be there to make me feel, you are not alone. Yes, I may be physically separated from you, but I'm energetically and spiritually here, and I will not desert you. I will not leave you to do this by yourself. And I could feel him everywhere that week. I would go to the gym, he would be there. I'd walk around in town, he would be there. And I could feel him energetically holding my hand throughout the entire time that I needed him. And I still do now. But then I needed him so much, and he was there for me. And I'd never had that before. With any breakups, I would never feel them energetically with me, not in that way at all, or not in any way really. This was new and special. And the thing that I knew made this different is because the hour before he contacted me, I was having a great day. I'd been to the gym, I was cooking some food for myself, I was happy singing along to songs in the kitchen, and suddenly I was hit with a feeling of being sick. Like my stomach was physically in knots, and I just wanted to be physically sick, like vomiting, and I almost did. I was dry heaving above my stove. I thought, oh my God, I'm going to vomit on my food. Luckily I didn't, but that's how ill the feeling was. The feeling was so strong of just wanting to be sick, and it was his energy, and it was because he was preparing himself to give me that message, and it made him physically unwell, and I felt that. Oh my God, I'd never experienced anything like it. I'm never sick like that out of the blue, and I knew it wasn't my energy because my heart was thumping in my chest. I thought I was going to pass out. I thought, am I having a heart attack? What in the heck is happening to me? It was the most horrendous, but the most real, tangible feeling I'd ever had, and I couldn't understand it. I remember at the time I had a reader who would help me with the situation, but of course she isn't, I don't know, it's weird. She had a gift to a certain extent, but she didn't know what type of connection this was. She was just brushing everything off as karmic connections, and her relationship with the person she was with was just not deep at all. It was just very physical, and it was not heartfelt and soul connected at all. So she didn't understand it. So she would just give me practical info, and so I sent her a message to say, what's this? And she said, oh, it's probably not your energy because it doesn't feel like it's yours. And that's how I felt. I felt it wasn't mine either. And then he did contact me, and that's what caused the massive confirmation to me. In a way, if we hadn't separated, I would have never, I don't think, I would have never discovered this soul connection, this telepathic communication, this ability that he has to project his spirit, to be physically, like to be with me in my physical experience. I'm sure I must do it the other way around and be with him too. But yeah, I've never had that with anyone. And I feel that through our time apart, we have learned to not take each other for granted, because he's learned that I'm not like everybody else, and I will not react in the way that they would do it, and ridicule him and be nasty just because he needed some time to reflect and rediscover who he was. I was happy to give him that space. Well, not happy, it was hurtful, but I was okay giving him that space that he needed, because I knew it was for his growth, and I don't want to stunt anyone's growth. And I was guided. I just tuned into my heart, and I was guided to be calm and be understanding and be friendly and not burn my bridges. I wasn't going to anyway, but it was very important that I showed him my unconditional love. And that was the opportunity that I was given to do that. And through this time apart, I fully understand now who I am. I overcame so much, from healing my past wounding, emotional wounds, to overcoming physical illness. It was horrible. I guess, what was it now? A year after we'd separated, I was diagnosed with something really bad. I don't really want to talk about it because it's very private. But anyway, it was what felt to me like a death sentence. So I thought, oh my God, how are we going to come together in this life if I might actually not be here anymore? But through tuning into my higher self and rediscovering the essence of who I am, I overcame that. And when I did get myself checked again, they just looked at my results and they were just confused. They said, I don't know what happened. It looks like you never had this to begin with. But that was my intention, was to heal myself. And I did. I fully healed myself to put myself back in the position that my body would be in had I never even been diagnosed with anything. So through our separation, I discovered that I have this beautiful healing ability. And not only can I use that to heal myself, but now I'm offering that ability to help you. And the feedback that I'm getting is so beautiful too, that people are actually starting to feel my healing that I'm sending to them without me even having, without me even having sent them the confirmation that I've done it. Because after every healing session, I'll record it on an audio recording and send it to you and say, look, I've done your healing. This is what happened. This is the crystals I was guided to use if I'm using any crystals for your session, which most of the time people do like that, and that's what I do. But I'm getting people messaging me saying, I feel you've done something. Have you actually already done my healing? And I said, yeah, I'm just about to press send on my email to send you the recording. So it's so fantastic to have that gift discovered. I don't think I would have discovered that ability had we just had a normal relationship, had we never separated, had I never taken time to rediscover who I am essentially as a soul. I would have not started this channel. I would have not helped so many people. I would have never discovered how to even heal myself. I would have never elevated my energy to be happy, because I was happy-ish before, but there was always parts of me that were discontent with my job and with feeling like I'm only living a half-life and that chances to do anything valuable have passed me by. But now I know that through separation, I've discovered all of these beautiful things about myself, and so has he. I know he has. And we are not going to take each other for granted. We are not, because these are the most beautiful gifts that I've ever gotten. The ability to love myself truly, the ability to make myself happy, the ability to discover so many gifts that I've now used through this business, through my spiritual coaching business. I mean, I would have never discovered this on my own. Well, without him triggering all of these things to come out. He helped me so much, and I'm sure I've helped him so much, and I can't wait to hear all the things that he wants to share with me. And he will, I feel, when he's comfortable to do so. And I'm ready and eager to hear all about it, because it's so beautiful. I've never had this with any other relationship. And I'm grateful. Yes, it was painful at times. Very painful. Very, oh my God. The events were very triggering. So many wounds that came up. But had I not gone through that, we wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be talking to you. You wouldn't be listening to me. I wouldn't be connecting with any of you. My spiritual coaching business simply wouldn't exist. I wouldn't be as happy as I am now. And my life wouldn't feel as fulfilled and purposeful as it does. So really, again, separation, which is an illusion in itself, really, because energetically he's always here. But physical separation is a blessing in disguise. It's taught us not to take each other for granted. It's taught us to discover who we really are and to come together harmoniously, to not have the same real world issues that most relationships have. We won't have any of that because we've worked through it individually. And I'm very, very grateful. So I thought I would share that with you. If you would like to connect with me, all my details are in the description. I've got 33% off packages at the moment. If you buy 2, you get your 3rd one free. For those packages, all the links are in the description as well. If you want to be notified of future deals, then all my details are on my website for the general offers. But also, if you want to be added to my mailing list, I can email you a few days before I release my full moon and new moon offers, and you get to have early access and be notified via email when they are coming out. So if you're interested, do let me know. You must email me to the email address that I'm listing in the link. So thank you all so very much for watching. I'll be posting more things on my 2nd channel to help people heal through their journey. Not necessarily as a twin flame, but it's everything that I say on that channel is applicable to non-twin flames and twin flames alike. And I want to thank you all for your support for that 2nd channel. I'm really happy that you are appreciating the content I'm putting out on there too. So thank you all very much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.